Hello, welcome to the video. This is Vels. You can call me Vel or Valkragez, up to you. But today is gonna be a special video. I have been playing Duet Night Abyss, I can still see on the screen, for 2 weeks now, since it launched on and off. And I'm really liking the game. And after playing it, experiencing it, experimenting it myself, and learning stuff, I feel like I really want to make a beginner / starting guide for this game, because there are some stuff that is, I would say, not as obvious to players or not clear enough. It's the thing that I pick out as I play through. Yeah, so I really feel, and I really like the game. That's why I feel very motivated to actually create a pseudo guide video about the game. And I don't do this often. But before that, first and foremost, I must say, anyone is entitled to play any way they want with any games. This is just a very basic starting guide for anyone want to wish to know more about the game and how to be more efficient with progressing at least the starting first 2 weeks of the game, I guess. And then another thing is, if you're not into grinding stuff in a game, like really sinking your time into it, this game is not for you. This is not a typical gacha game where you just turn on 10 to 30 minutes per day and you're done with it, you're moving on to other stuff. This is not it. This is going to be a main game that you play a lot. Grinding is the name of the game. Everything you do is grind. Grind is the purpose of the game. So if you're not into that, this game is not for you. I'm sorry. So moving on, for those that are interested, I'm planning to split this video into maybe 4 sections. Before 5, we'll see how it goes. I don't really have a script here. I'm just going with what I have in mind, step by steps. Okay, the very first thing that I will have to talk about is the trial rank, which is, in a simple term, account level. Like any typical gacha game, your account will have level. Like as you can see, I am 52, and this is the first button here will show that I am at 52. Everything in this game is locked behind your account level. So, ideally, you want, even how much your character health or shield or HP or attack, everything boosts by your character account level too. Like as you see, max is at 65. So, progressing your account level is like basically the most important thing in the game. And I'm gonna talk about some ways to be more, how to say, efficient and to progress this. I would say the very first thing that you should do, actually not here, is just do the main story. As you can see, I already do everything on the main story. The main story gives the most easy account level experience in the game, easily. I think if you just beeline through the entire story, it probably gives you like 30 level or something like that. I'm not too sure because I play on and off, so I don't have a collection in mind how much it actually gives, but it gives a tons. On top of that, it also gives like 6 characters or something like that just by playing through the story. So it's really important. And on top of that, that's the second layer. Main story locks some content that you can do behind it. Without playing through the main story, there are just some stuff you cannot do in the game. Such as how to say, the weekly bosses, all of these are tied behind main story. You cannot unlock this mode at all without playing to main story. Same as the 2 in-game mode. You cannot do this without playing main story. You have to play through them to unlock them. So main story is the by far the most important thing you should do in a game. Like, you have to finish it. Plus, the main story is actually good. I won't spoil anything. It's not like the top tier story like a AAA game, obviously not. But as far as an anime gacha-ish game, this is not really a gacha game, but still have a gacha element. So as far as a gacha-ish game story goes, this is pretty good, pretty damn good in my opinion. Experience it yourself, I guess. So, story is the first thing you should do in this game.
It seems hatred hasn't completely clouded your judgment.
Yes, yes. As for the second thing, this is like, I guess other than story, this will be, we are going into the first section of this video. What you should grind first to progress your account level. Unlocking characters is probably the first best way to gain the most account level, plus giving you the most options to play with in the game. Each character unlocking gives you account level as well. So progressing horizontally is better than progressing vertically, as in like getting character copy. I purposely grinded a single copy of this character just to show you. Why I say progressing horizontally is better? There are multiple reasons. First and foremost, as I say, account level. I'm gonna unlock this one. I just finished grinding this today, which is also why I haven't been put out the video until now. It's because I spent some time to test out everything and try to grind out a character ready just to record as I unlock it. So I'm gonna click it now.
You got me. Looks like my easy days are over. Still, you seem like a decent sort, so I suppose I could lend a hand. In my own personal capacity, of course.
Okay, as you can see just now, I think it was 800 EXP, something like that, for just unlocking a character. 800 EXP. How many you got when if you try to grind for just copy, like if you really like a certain character, you try to just grind for the copy? 250. Which is a lot less compared to unlocking a character. So that's the first, one of the main reasons why progressing horizontally is a lot better than vertically. A second reason is, this is more gameplay thing. I will explain it this much way later at the very last section of the video. You will know why later. So that's it. Try to get your hands on every character you can. I haven't got all these yet because this one haven't released. They are coming out soon. This 4 is locked behind weekly bosses. I haven't got them yet.
Check completed for the 17th time.
So this is the first section of the game where I say you should just get your hands on all the characters.
Aid from an enemy.
Okay, post edit Val here. I forgot something about the character section earlier, which I'm going to show you now. So I'm sure by now you kind of learn how to get secret letter and you buy the character secret letter to go grind for the character. What I forgot to explain earlier is this game actually have hidden PT with the things you grind. For example, character. You only need roughly there's a 10% chance to get the big one, which is getting 10 copies. Each character needs 30 copies to unlock. Same goes to a copy of character. You need another 30 tokens. I was just going to call it tokens to unlock a character or unlock a copy. You need 30, and you have 10% chance to get 10 copy. This is what, 30% chance to get 2 or some this item to create some other stuff, or 60% chance to get everything else. So these are the rate. But there is a hidden PD system built in with both weapon and character grinding. For characters, it actually show you how much I grinded for each. Okay, you get Valkragez just from playing, sorry. So there's I didn't grind anything for her. For her, you can see I grinded only 22 times. I got enough for a single character. The rate is somewhere between 10 to 15. You will get like a guaranteed 10 tokens, something like that. And then in between that, if you get like a multiple pieces of 222, then you only need like slightly over 20 to get a characters. And for Rebecca, it's also free from story. Lynn, I grinded for 21 times. She's also from story. This is the one that took me the longest. I ran 35 times to get him. Sibel got me in 20s. Got pretty lucky with her. She is also from main story, so I didn't grind anything for her, and she is also from story. So as you can see, you don't actually need to grind that much, and each one is pretty damn fast. Like within 2 minutes max from loading, running to the objective, finish the objective, run to the exit. 2 to 5 minutes one run. It's not that hard of a grind to get a character or weapon. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing I forgot about the character grind earlier. The second main section where you should try to grind for is weapons. But there is a but for the weapon. Weapons are very, very costly to make. You need a lot of coins and a lot of a second coin, which is called a Luno coin or something. Which is this thing. This is a hell to grind. So you need both. You need a lot of this. And you see, you need a lot of money to create one as well. But unlocking each one gave me 400. So per weapon give 400, per character give you 800. I didn't grind. I didn't have enough resources to grind a copy of a weapon. Yes, weapon has copy too. You can grind for it, but it also will give a lot less for copy. So ideally, you will want to unlock as much weapon as you can. But as I say, weapon is a lot more costly to create them. So here are some of my recommendations for weapons. You have to pick what you want to craft, and you grind for those first. Like the one are more universal, benefit to almost all your characters, before you grind for a specific signature for the character you really like. So, for example, I specifically grinded this sword for her and one other character because only this weapon and one other weapon from the weekly boss add HP, and these two, there are characters. I'll explain this much later on how to build character. Only this specific weapon and one another that add HP to the character, and my character scale from HP, so I needed this sword. But for universal weapon, it will be something like not this, not this, not this. You get this from story. Some universal weapon will be like this: skill durations, skill damage. You got this for free. This is a damn good universal weapon. This one is the only weapon that regains sanity, which is like mana or stamina to cast your skill in this game. This is the only weapon that you can get recovery from critical hit. So this is pretty good, and because every character can reuse every weapon, so you can literally just use it on any character if you want. This one just straight out attack. This is also free from the game. This one I just got it just now. This is added skill range. It's actually useful and it's pretty good on, and it's a Rebecca signature as well. This one add trigger probability, but only some characters really need this, so it's not as universal. This is skill duration, but because I already have the great sword for this, so I didn't grind it for that one. And this is another HP weapon that I talked earlier. This is at defense that I'm pretty sure currently the entire only Randy skill from defense, so I didn't craft for him because I literally just got him today. So as you can see, skill range, this is pretty good. This is my next weapon that I plan to craft. This is also skill range as well. As you can see, like yeah, so try to aim for skill damage, skill duration. Try to aim. This is also free. This is really good for buffing characters that just add skill duration, skill range. So yeah, so try to aim for a character that just give a general benefit for any character that can use, instead of trying to go for very specific things first. Because if you go for a very specific, then you only maybe 1 or 2 characters in you, and every other character can't use. That's my recommendation. But obviously, you can choose what you want. There's nothing wrong with it. And then this is also another post edit or editing val here. I realized I forgot to speak about the hiddenpedia of the weapon grind. So I grinded quite a few weapons from the shop. As you can see, remember what I mentioned earlier, that character took like at most around 25. If you're really unlucky, then you should get 30 tokens to unlock a character. Weapons is a lot easier to get, but weapons is a lot more costly to craft, as I explained earlier. Usually, you only need slightly more than 10 to get a single blueprint for you to craft 1 copy of the weapon. Weapon has copy too, but trust me, unless you have collected everything, it's not worth it to go into more copy of the weapon. Get everything 1 copy first, especially those that is more universal, like this sword. This one I got pretty lucky. It took me only 5 runs. I got the blueprint. You can see this one took me 9 runs. It's usually around 10 or 11 or 12 if you're really unlucky. They always show you how much you run for. This is free, this is free, this is what I grinded. This one took me 6. This is also free from the story. This one took me 14. I'm pretty unlucky on that one. As you can see, I haven't grinded this one yet. This one took me 11, so I would say average around 10, 11. I would say 12. I haven't grinded this one. 13. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, the rate is around 10, 11, I would say. 12, maybe 13 if you're really unlucky, or 14. But it's not too much, I would say. Definitely not too much. I grinded 10 for that one. The rest I haven't grinded yet. Yeah. As you see, there are some I'm still not unlocked yet. Also, in case you haven't noticed yet, not every character and weapon you can buy the secret letter to grind from the shop. There are some from the weekly boss, as I showcase here. As you see, there are some weapons are only from the weekly boss. Same goes to characters. Wrapping out the whole weapon and character section is obviously every level up gain you character account level rank as well. For example, here I'm not sure I have enough point for it, but I can try to make more. If I extend it, you see, extending gain you EXP as well. So if you can, you should extend all your character, all your weapon, but only if you have resources for it, because it's gonna cost you a lot if you try to level everything. That's why these 2 characters I haven't leveled them yet. But I can try to show you by ascending this one give 50 as well.
It may be irritating, but preparing before battle is
and then another thing
a
is,
waste of time.
anything you want to craft, anything you want to like ascend, material you needed, you just need to click on them. They will show you where to get them. It's pretty straightforward. Same goes to the crafting screen. Crafting also unlocked from story as well, so playing story very important. Like, and you also see, yeah. So yeah, that's wrapping up everything about weapon characters and weapon both. So tackling and unlocking, collecting these 2 will probably gain you a lot of account EXP. And the third best thing to grind, other than we are entering the third section of this video, which is also partly a build section of the video, which is the grind for Demon Wedges, which is the, in other gacha game term, the relic, the artifact, the gear section of this game. We call it the Demon Wedges. Now back.
Seeking aid from
Both
an enemy.
characters
Good.
and weapons have
It
Demon
seems
Witcher
hatred
slot. You
hasn't
gain more
completely
slot as
clouded
you
your judgment.
level them up. I'm not going to go too deep into that. As I said, this is a very big starting video. But I'm just going to show you a quick example. Like this weapon, I just leveled to 20. I only have 40 tolerance. This is like the slot available for you. And this one I have 70. And all these tokens, the gear, cost like a certain amount to put it in. Yeah, and then you can lower the cost by adjusting the slot track to match with the thing you want to put in. This is more deep than that regarding how you're going to build your characters. But yes, why grinding Demon Wages? Now let's go back to that screen. As you can see, there I didn't even grind finish yet. I didn't collect everything for the green one or whatever. Why I say I recommend grinding this, not only because just to build a character, you don't need to build a character until you are level 50 of your characters. Before that, you can kill everything just fine without building a character properly. From around 50 onwards, at least that's for me, from around level 50 onwards, I start feeling the struggle of my character not doing damage because I have not yet built my character until then. And that's when I started to go back here and realize, okay, this actually matters a lot because before that I did not pay attention to this. So collecting all of them, your very first time picking up every single one again, gain you a lot of account level, the trial rank EXP. So you should go through all of them because there are some that drop by specific level only, and then all the bottom here is available within all these 4 floors. So if you have time, if you already collected enough weapon or character, or you want to switch around to change the different things to grind, try to go for this. Not only because it benefit for you to build your character later on, it also benefit, like there's a menu here called Demon Casket. As you collect them, you again bonus stuff to collect. This is trial rank EXP, as you can see. The more you collect, the more EXP you can just pick up. Like every set you complete, there's a character EXP, things like that. You are literally just free character EXP for you to collect if you grind the Demon Wages. Like the moment you got them, you get EXP, and you can get this collection EXP from this casket. So that is just a lot of account EXP just to collect by just getting them. Not even building it, just getting them. Yeah, and then since we are in the Demon Wages section, I should talk a little bit, not too in depth, talk a little bit about how you should build your character. I'm not gonna go over every character, that's just too much. There's probably a bunch of guide that out there is way better than me, but if you guys really want to, just leave it in the comment section so I can share some insight in a separate video or in comment later on. What I'm gonna show you now is just a very quick way for you to see what your character needed to build. So obviously, there's a highlight stats for every character, like what they scale with, right? Every character is slightly different. Like this character doesn't do skill range at all, but this character needs skill range. So these are the stuff you should need to look out for. On top of that, you go to your skill, press your skill, and go to attribute detail. At here, you can see what exactly they scale with. Everything they can see, like this one skill range, skill damage, skill efficiency. So this is like 134% of skill damage plus of your main max HP. So she is a HP skiller. For a non-HP skiller, you'll see something like this. It's just straight up skill damage. There's nothing else. So in this game, you should see what your character scale with. Like skill damage. And at the current moment, the launch Duet Night Abyss 1.0 version, skill damage is the strongest stat in the entire game. Almost all the damage skill from skill damage, even HP skiller, because it still uses the multiplier from skill damage plus HP. And for every other character that is not HP skiller, they are just straight up skill damage. So skill damage is like the most broken stats right now in the whole game. And the first character I actually really built is her, Hellfire. And as you can see, I put a tons of HP to my character, and with 2 skill damage, this thing here to add even more damage. Which is also why I mentioned earlier that this weapon is broken AF and it gives you for free, because this is one of the earliest skill damage weapon and the easiest to get weapon that you can get for your character. And for a lot of character in the game, you don't actually swing your weapon. You can leave it at level 1 and it's still fine. You can still get your skill damage to skill your skill, because a lot of character in the game is just spamming skill. You don't really swing your weapon. In fact, swinging weapon is probably the lowest damage you can do in the game right now, currently in 1.0. And this gun is the only skill damage gun, range weapon in the game right now, in 1.0. And I'm pretty sure this scythe is the only skill damage scythe as well, currently. So if you have a character like
Seeking aid from an enemy.
Lisbel,
Good.
that is entirely skill from skill damage only. She doesn't need range, she doesn't need duration. She actually doesn't need duration. Her duration is infinite. You just need skill damage. You can just give her both this weapon and this weapon as her range, and you are good to go. And then, why I said this character doesn't even need to level weapon, because some character like her have a thing called I forgot what's the name. Like, they have a special weapon for the consonance, melee consonant weapon. There are some character have an additional weapon, which is the main attacking weapon, which is a separate entirely from the actual melee weapon. In fact, I'm just gonna show you.
Seeking
Samuel, here we go.
Like, you would think, oh, I'm swinging the sword. No. This weapon, this character skill with this weapon they summon out, and you stay in this stats infinitely. That's why I say this character doesn't actually need skill duration. So this is just one of the example.
Samuel, here we go.
seeking aid from an enemy.
So yeah,
Good.
so
seems-
she has one as well. But this one is a range version. It's an assault rifle type skill consonant weapon. In fact, you probably say range consonant weapon. Yeah. So these are the special demon wages, and that's basically how a starting place on how you check what your character needs. Like for her, you need skill damage, skill range. So I gave her something like that. Like I add HP because she needs a lot of HP. Not really need, but her skill drain her HP just because of that. I don't have anything skill damage right now, but because I barely farm for her, I only really build this character.
Where are the sinners?
So yeah, but that's the starting place where you can look into on how to start to build your like 1 or 2 favorite character, or the character you needed to clear end game as you farm the demon wages, which is here, because it's like kill 2 boss and with 1 stone, you know. So that's the end of the demon wages section, and now we enter the last section of this video, which is, I would say, the miscellaneous section, like what you need to look out for. So as I mentioned earlier, this game is not a gacha game, so you don't really have to do daily, even though there is a daily, but it's very easy. You can basically hunt anything, like 1 or 2 things you can already finish the daily, but even if you miss out, it doesn't matter. There's no FOMO of like I need to spend my stamina every day just to keep up. There are no stamina in this game. Just play whatever you want. But despite saying that, this game actually have weekly, and weekly I highly recommend not to miss out them. There are 3 weekly in this game at the moment. The first weekly you probably will unlock is something called Chase, which is the very first one you unlock is at level 30 or something, I don't actually remember, and you can collect the special legendary demon wage blueprint for 3 times per week. And this one, depending how good your random team is, or you solo it, if you really know what you're doing, it can last between the fastest run is 8 minutes. If you have a group that really know, or you have a group that doesn't know what they're doing, it can last until like 20-30 minutes. I don't know. It's really hard to say. But as I said, this is one of the 3 weekly. You have to, at this point of time in the game right now, 3 weekly in 1.0. The second weekly is the bosses, the weekly bosses. They have specific reward you can claim from them. For example, let me just show you real quick. Go to one of the weekly spots. You get them by playing through the story. So once again, play the story. As you can see, there's every different level actually give you different reward. I would say the first level is probably the one that doesn't worth much unless you're desperate for the character skill material. But mostly people won't farm the first one because it's a wasted weekly claim reward. But despite being said that, the first clear of every single difficulty, level 30, 40, 50, the very first time you clear them, you get a free claim of the reward that doesn't count into the weekly reward. So essentially you can claim all of these for the first time without cutting into your weekly reward. And then after clearing it for the first time, you want to get more life. For example, I grinded Hellfire for it. I used all 5 of my weekly just to grind the 50 level one. That will start cutting into your weekly claim. And this weekly claim is shared across all the weekly boss. This is here. Like, you have to choose which one you want to spend all your 5 in. It's shared across them. But all of them, the first clear is free. So essentially, you can go through all of them one time to get all the reward, and if you get lucky, then you get something out of them, you know. Yeah. So as I said earlier, depending on what you want to grind, personally, I would recommend always grind for character first. At least get a single copy before you grind anything else on the weekly bosses. Okay. As for the last weekly you can do is actually this. Okay, for people that ever play Honkai Star Rail or Zenless Zone Zero, you will know there's a mode called Divergent Universe or Holo Zero. It's similar like that. It's a mini roguelike each run that take you around at most 10 minutes complete per run, because you can do more than that. There's a weekly score goal you try to hit, and then you can collect all the reward from here, and then you refresh when the weekly reset, which is on Monday. My Monday, I don't know, different regions have a different time or not. And then there's a different level as well. Yeah, you unlock this by story as well, so play your story once again. So yeah, you try to hit the score goal, and then you get reset. I still have like what, 5 hours into the weekly reset. So yeah, and then another thing why you should do this is because they give you Lisbeth, the girl I said earlier, I showcased earlier, for free, entirely free if you clear through the first difficulty. 10 from the first floor, second from the first floor, 10 another one from the third floor. So you have 30 tokens to straight away unlock her for free, just by clearing through the first 3 levels for the first time. And then you get more secret letter to grind more copy of her. As I showcased earlier, I unlocked her copy, which is I use all these to unlock. Yeah, I actually have 2 more, haven't cleared because my account level is not high enough. Once again, account level is very important. It unlocks everything in this game. Account level. And the higher your account level is, the more difficulty you can do. Basically, higher account level make your grind more efficient. You just get the best reward, best everything in the game. And a lot of the best thing is locked behind account level as well. So back to the maze. Why the maze is also important is because in the maze, and as far as I know, this is the only 2 places that let you buy the consonant demon wages. Remember what I said earlier, only certain characters have consonant weapon, and their demon wages is only from this shop. As far as I'm concerned, this is the only place I have ever seen that. So you should do this either way. You get this token by just running through the maze. So you spend them in the shop to buy the things you want. Yeah, and then you can see like what they do. Yeah, And I highly recommend just buy one copy. I buy a few copy already. Like for the range, I haven't got so much into melee yet. And this is the typical roguelike unpassive upgrade to make your each run smoother. You also get this from just clearing the run. So this is the last weekly, I would say. You should try to do as much as you can as soon as possible. You know, you don't want to waste it, because this is like these three weekly like is the only three thing that you might miss out. The rest of the stuff, it doesn't matter. You just play whatever. But only these three. Try to get them done per week if you can. And then now, I'm gonna go into more like a final tips on. Or more like advice. Why in the beginning I mentioned that
Seeking aid from
you should try to invest horizontal instead
it seems
of
hatred
vertical,
hasn't complete
because of how the weakness element type work in this game. So you might not feel it in the normal grind, in the normal farm, but in this currently the only end game in the game, Immersive Theater. In the theater, the very first difficulty have 7 acts, and all these 7 acts, it's fine to use whatever you want. Just use the strongest character you have, and you can just do them. You can brute force them if your character is high level enough. It's fine for the first difficulty. The second one, they start to teach you the harsh reality of elemental weaknesses. As you can see, you have to use an advantage element to deal way more damage, and anything else other than the advantage one, you just straight out do less damage, like half of your damage. So unless you are really ridiculously over level or overpowered, you cannot brute force this at all. As you can see, the first one I use Hellfire and Benny to brute force the wind side, because I never had the wind character on the second side. The second one, I used my Sibel to try to brute force the second side. I did clear it, but it was very tough compared to my Hellfire side, because this is fire and this is wind. Because I did not level up my outsider at all until doing the theater. And the third one, I tried, no matter what I do, I can't brute force it. In the end, I have to level up outsider. I barely even know how to play him. I just spam my skill and I can easily clear the mode, just because I'm using a wing element. And this is the reason why I say you should kind of invest horizontally, like at least get one element each that you have as an option to play around. Obviously, this is endgame. You don't have to do it, but there are rewards from doing it. The one big reward is I'm gonna show you here. The one big reward is you get Psyche Circulator from this board. You can get her from this one, not the first one. The first one doesn't actually give you anything like important. Only the second one onwards, the one that require you to play the right element, give you the Psyche reward. And the third one too. I only cleared the first two acts. The third act I had not strong enough. Third one, they give you, you see, they give you more Psyche Circuit. And in fact, they give more in the third difficulty, which is the last difficulty. I need to clear this eventually. I actually haven't cleared them yet. But as you can see, yeah. You just straight up get a lot of circulators to grind for Psyche. And that is how I got the character Psyche.
seeking aid from a
This is how I got her. I did not buy her. So yeah. Getting options like at least
Seeking
one
aid from an
DPS from
enemy.
each element
Good.
each. That's
it
good.
seems hatred hasn't complete.
Now let's go back to the trial rank. There are some goals you need to try to get to. Obviously, as high as possible is good. But I would say the first real goal you want to try to get to is level 51. Why in this level? Because of this gun alone. Remember what I said earlier? This is the only ranged weapon that gives skill damage. So 51 level is the one, how to say, the first mini goal you try to get to because this will complete a lot of your character build. Because some character you put a skill damage as a melee, some character you put skill damage on their range weapon, and this is the only skill damage weapon, range weapon right now in the game as of 1.0. And the second goal, I would say try to get to level 55, because this will unlock most of the stages in the game, difficulty stages here, and that also let you
from an enemy.
raise your character
Good.
to 70 level.
Seems hatred
And
has
70 level is
clouded
what you
your
need
judgment.
to get your final slot in here. To complete your character build. To complete a character build, you need level 70. Same goes to weapon. Weapon needs 70 level to get this slot as well. I haven't get to level 70 on my weapon. So yeah, 55 I would say is like the second main goal. And obviously the final goal is to get to, you know, the end of the account level so you can get everything in the game. Because the multiplier on what your character can do get really ridiculous once you get above 60, you see. 60 you got 150, and by the time you got 62 is 200, and 65 is 300. And then another thing is, this bow is really good bow too. This is like one of the best skill range bow, and also best in slot bow for like I think 1 or 2 character. And it's locked behind 62 account level. Yeah. So as you can see, account level is very important. Once again, account level is very important. But obviously, as I said earlier, there's no FOMO in this game. Play at your own pace. The only thing they really need to do is quickly, as soon as just make sure you've done them and you're fine. Just take everything at your own pace. There's nothing to rush, okay? Even if you cannot beat the end game by the time this got reset, they don't go away forever. They just rotate into the weekly bosses. You can still farm Psyche from the weekly bosses. It's fine. You don't miss out stuff. Yeah. So yeah. This is probably all. Oh no, one more thing. Remember where I said earlier that crafting weapon costs a lot of both the gold and this
Here you go. The
Luna
forging
coin
went
thing?
smoothly this time.
So this thing, after wasting a lot of my stuff, it turns out I realized there's only 2 grinding part that you should use your reward boost on. The first one is gold. When you're lower level, there are not much way for you to get gold other than doing this. Obviously, after you get to like really high account level, your character is really high level, you can just grind the maze to get a lot of gold from it. But when you're lower level, this is still the only way for you to get gold. So let me just do one run real quick to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the multiplier, as you can see. I'm not gonna do the full run, but I'm just gonna show you real quick what I mean after finishing one wave.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, since I'm here, I might as well showcase what I meant earlier, why I'm using this weapon. See, this is the skill damage type. She's actually not proficient with pole arm. This is considered as pole arm category in this game. She's actually have great sword proficiency, but as I said, swinging weapon is not that important for most of the characters in this game.
Now I'm
Using
back.
skill is the most important one, so you need a lot of skill damage. That's massive. Tough character. So another thing, as you see earlier, what I'm trying to do is if you aim up when you do helix jump, the slide and jump, you actually go higher sometimes. And then another thing is you have to, if you get to really high spot yet you aim for really far away, you do punching attack, you can actually move across a really big gap in a really high speed, like this. So instead of just running forward or try to do the regular helix jump and then running forward, you can just do a really high jump and then just do this. You can go to really far away at a very high speed. And then we're done. Okay, now this screens is what I want to tell you about. As you can see, the first wave, I only got 20k coin. Second wave, I got 24k coin. The third wave is 29k coin. Fourth wave is 33k coin. So as you can see, if you keep going, you get more reward from it from every wave. but it's not infinite. For coin farming, it reset at after every 5th wave, you will get your highest, and you will reset on the 6th. So you do the first 5 and you reset. So what I recommend is, imagine like this, like let's just pretend this is the 5th. I want to use my bonus reward. Like after I play through 4 rounds, it's like, okay, I want to take my maximum amount of reward, and then I want to deep out. You click this, and you use your multiplier on it. So you get instantly the maximum amount of what just by doing 1 set. Another thing is, you should only do 1 set, not keep going, because you will find out that monster actually getting skill up on level and HP, the more wave you do. They will keep getting harder and harder until eventually you could barely do damage to them. So, to make your time more efficient for your farming, you should just do 1 set. And then you start another one again. Do 1 set, leave, start another one again. And then at the very end of the set, you always use a multiplier if you need to. After playing through 2 weeks in this game, you use coin the most in the entire game. Like out of everything you do, level up your character need coin, level up your character skill need coin, and the lunar coin. There's 2 types of coins. Level up weapon need coins. Crafting weapon need a lot of coin and the other coin. So I would highly recommend you really just use. As you can see, this is the other coin you need, and this is the most atrocious to hunt in the entire game, because as you can see, even you start at level 40, each one only give you 6, and this one, each set is 3 wave instead of 5. The regular coin is 5%. This coin is 3%. This one is 5 wave percent. The lunar coin is 3 wave percent, and I'm pretty sure the 3rd wave will give you like 12 maybe on the very first difficulty. You can do that. Even on my current difficulty, only give 10, and in each weapon need like close to 300, and this is very ass to farm. Every character need this coin, every weapon need this coin.
Seeking aid
as
from
you
an
can
enemy.
see, level out this weapon, not this
It seems
one.
hatred hasn't
This
completely
one.
clouded
Oh
your
no.
judgment.
Yeah, this one, you see? Even your character need it. Like, these 2 things is really annoying because everything needs them. So I highly recommend use your reward boost, your reward multiplier on only these 2 grind, because it will save you a lot of time. Everything else, you never really need that many amount. Like 1-2 grind, then you instantly get what you needed. But for weapon, I need to do like 2-3 set of them. And 2-3 set with included boosting reward. That's why I say.
My hammer is easy.
That's why I say what I say. I recommend to use your reward boost on only these 2. What else is in my mind? Other than that, not much. Enjoy the game if you feel like the grind is for you. You like that.
Seeking aid from an
This is
enemy.
basically a collection games.
Good.
If you like
It
collecting
seems hatred
characters
hasn't
and see what they can
completely
do,
clouded
or you really like the aesthetic of the game,
Seeking aid
like
from an
me,
enemy.
I'm really into the whole demonic
Where
aesthetic.
are the
That's why I
sinners?
grind for
Seeking
her
aid
first.
from an
She was my
enemy.
first unlock character, and she was my
Where
second.
are the
I
sinners?
really like the demonic aesthetic style character. If you know about my channel and see my banner and everything, you could tell, I guess. But yeah, I hope whoever's watching until here enjoy the game, like the game, and enjoy the grind. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment. I appreciate it. Until then, I'll see you next time. Good day, good night, wherever you are. Bye bye.